And we're back, dear viewers, for the third game of tonight here at the ESLOL second division broadcast on Rift Entertainment. Now, without any further ado, I will reintroduce by my side my dear friend QG. Welcome back. There he is.
Hello, I'm back. With these interviews, we are really short pauses actually, so I have to be quick.
Always run real fast to fill up bottles of water and stuff. Yeah,
I have some energy drink here just to stay awake. It was a long day. I'm up since 6 and it was action since 6 till starting to cast.
Oh yeah, that's pretty long time to be awake.
My Wednesdays when I'm casting are very long. But it's good. I work at 11:30 tomorrow, so I can sleep out.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so yeah, at least 12 hours of sleep, so that's good.
that should work out. That should work out. But yeah, third game of tonight, Dynasty versus Once Upon a Team. We've had two very interesting games. ESLOL staying up off the curve against Full Clear Esports, and Next picking the win against Germagang in the second game. And now, well, Once Upon a Team versus Dynasty. Once Upon a Team who have been on the slope, back up, having 2 wins. They split, while Dynasty has been struggling a bit. So I think it should be a very interesting matchup that we're going to see.
Yeah, they still have to get back on the performance they had last split. Dynasty, who are now in the middle of the pack with almost everybody else. These let's call them mid-tier teams because they're in the middle room. They fight for the 4th place at the moment, and Next is 3rd, and the Full Clear is 2nd, and then you have ESLOL at 1st. So you want to have the 4th place. It's the last place for the playoffs that are very important, because you can still do it like Reapers, just get 4th and then kill everybody.
From behind.
Win the split. And Dynasty can do the same if they want. They just have to win against Once Upon a Team, and just have to win against everybody, everybody else. Of course, like every team does.
And vice versa, because it is really stacked here. I mean, the top of the charts, they should be more or less fine. ESLOL, Full Clear, most definitely. They have quite a bit of leeway from the other teams. Next and Aurora, they're still in targeting range from Dynasty, Pertinax, or Once Upon a Team. There is only a 2-game difference, with Next having just picked up a win, so it's going to be one with a few teams. Aurora is going to play later tonight, might either tie it out with Next, or we might see Pertinax tied out with Aurora, which is going to put even more teams at this 3-point mark. So definitely this 4th spot and even 3rd spot might be very contested for the second half of the split.
Yeah, of course. Well, the first, if the ESLOL win 1 game, it really looks good. If they win on Friday, I think they already are in playoffs, if I'm not wrong.
I'm not sure. Should logically they would then have won exactly, let's say, the half plus 1 game, right?
Yeah.
And so they're pretty confident.
Should be. Yeah, that should be almost locked in playoffs. But I don't think, like Risen said before, they don't want to fall off. Just like all the other teams, they don't want to fall off. They want to go up in the bracket and just go into the playoffs to win the whole thing, and then promote to the Division 1, sorry. And yeah, Dynasty and Once Upon a Team are on 2 wins. Who is going 3-4 after this game, and we are going into the pick and ban phase. And what are we looking at now?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some usual bans. Ooh, yeah, the rack size, we saw it for game 1. I think we'll most surely have Zeri, Milio also be contested in some way.
Right.
The LeBlanc still very strong with that static shiv, of course.
Oh, the Maokai ban from blue side. And the Eco ban on for Once Upon a Team. So maybe they should also ban an AD carry because Q is pretty good and always was the main carry of the team. Also Homelu last week was very good on Friday. And we will see what we have here.
Yes, third ban for Dynasty, who have the first pick. They're gonna ban Cassante. It's also been banned very often. And yeah, a Zeri ban, as you said, a ban for Dark Q, taking Lady Carry away. But they still have a lot of strong champions open here for the first pick. Notably, the Melio is still open. A slew of 80 carries also. Dark Q, as you said, very strong. Has been performing really well. And that's gonna be a Lucian.
Yeah, and they can go Melio Lucian. They can go into the Lucio, or they can go into the Lucianami. And Once Upon a Team are going with the Vi. Looking forward to taking it. Now, if you don't want the enemy to have the Lucian, you can also go. Sorry, to have
Lucian
the Melio,
they could pick it out, yeah.
Yeah, they could pick it, but there is still the Lucianami. So that's actually an interesting thing to first pick Lucian. You can give him 2 supports. Yes, the Kaisa again.
Yeah, they give them the benefit of the choice, rather. Not the benefit of the choice, that's not something you say, but yeah. They could
benefit
pick either.
The
yeah, benefit of the doubt, but it doesn't fit in here, yeah.
No.
In French you say l'embarras du choix, which I don't know how you translate in English, but you have so much choice that you can't really make a decision, and they seem to be thinking really hard about this pick. But they could leave the support for later, pick up the Poppy here. Works really well against the Vi. Works really well against the Kai'Sa. Yes. So definitely a good pick to pick up here for Humelu. Could also be for Hazaki, of course.
Yeah. I just want to say you can also flex it, right? Right, yes.
And going into the second banning phase, that would be really well. I think it would be wise now to pick the support before they ban strong combinations out.
Before they ban the Melio. Yeah. And then we have the Lucio.
Yeah. The Lucio, right. I was a bit confused now. I was like, yeah, he's saying Lucian. I was like, no, he's saying Lucio. That's an Overwatch name. And I was, oh, right, we tokened that name.
Yeah, we have to write a list with these bot combinations. The Draven Crank or Blitzen. That's something.
Blitzen?
Isn't that from Santa Claus? Isn't that a reindeer from Santa? Blitzen? No?
Oh, I don't know.
If someone in chat can confirm, I would be
That's oddly specific.
Yeah, but I watch a lot of movies as a kid, so. Yeah, but there's the Blitzcrank with the Kai'Sa paired.
Yeah.
Can still flex. The on ban. So good front line. Kisante is also gone. Now, Once Upon a Team can focus on these mid laners here. Because they still have the flex pick for up.
Yeah, and it seems like they are definitely assuming that the Poppy is going jungle, which definitely plays in Dynasty's favor, or maybe they're just not taking a risk or something.
Yeah.
But it coming after the Vi indeed like indicates kind of, oh, this is a counter against you, but they could still really abuse that flexibility. In the end, Once Upon a Team, of course, still has last picks, so they can counter if need be.
Yeah, they can counter 1 pick at least. There's the Arigon, also a static shift user.
Get rid of the static shift users.
Yeah, it's pretty weird to do that on Ari, but there's the Anyban. Also, one of the strongest is Varus. That's going to be Kai'Sa mid, and if they do that, they want to keep the counter pick for top lane. Like always.
Yeah, just
when there's a beach.
Being wary still on also with that Pumpy, so definitely a good call. But then now, for sure saying, okay, Kai'Sa is mid lane. I don't see the Varus going in the mid lane, honestly. Although it has been done in the past.
Yeah, it still can. It has good wave clear. Also good setup with the Vi, and there's the Syndra
pick.
I don't like the champ.
Works really well here, though.
Yeah, it still works good against the Kai'Sa or the Varus. You can just QE and then ult them.
She can match the wave clear, and yeah, as you said, they're easy targets. She like
squishy.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Syndra has a slew of squishy people. All right, now Dynasty confirming the Yordle in the jungle with a Renekton top lane pick, and Once Upon a Team can pick their most confident pick against it. Is that a 3-man AD carry game?
A 3-man AD carry game.
Are they fulfilling the AD carry can?
Oh, the cannon, the Jax, the Gwen. Yeah, I see it. Lot of magic damage on the side of Once Upon a Team. The Gwen is bad. Yeah.
He should be able to manage against the Crocky. Because he wants to be in there.
Yeah, well, the Malphite was also a good hover. Well, you lose the lane, obviously. But for the engage, it would be way better because Kai'Sa can jump on someone. Vi can jump on the same person. Kai'Sa can follow up. And then Kai'Sa could follow up on every champ there is. So the four follow up on Varus, Blitzcrank, Vi, and it would be Malphite. Would be a really good pick. I'm not sure about the Gwen here. Probably better in lane and safer. So the Crocodile is not that fed. Yeah, I think this is also again an interesting game. They are both on 2-4. The pick and ban phase looks better on Dynasty's side than on Once Upon a Team side. I think that Once Upon a Team they have more CC, but the Poppy against the Vi is pretty strong.
Yeah. But
with just base stats, it's going to hit you hard.
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah, I was going to say, however, Once Upon a Team has some insane scaling going on, however. And I think that could also play in their favor rather well. Plus, while, yes, Dynasty has some nice peel with Poppy, notably, they're not all too safe from Blitzcrank hooks. So I think if UFO does a good job, they might be able to pull one out here because they have quite a few squishes still on the side of Dynasty. I mean, you have bot lane is rather squishy and can be nuked really fast by the Once Upon a Team combination. But we're going to see how all that plays out as we're headed into the game, dear viewers. We're in the Summoner's Rift here for Dynasty versus Once Upon a Team in the third game of tonight here at the ESLOL 2nd Division.
Yeah, and we are here we're here for a good time.
We're here for a good time. Once Upon a Team decide to group up on the bot lane. The hook shenanigans. Is it gonna land on Crablot? There is a ward, so he knows they're there. And walking to safety before anything bad happens. Yeah, that's gonna be some free pocket change for Once Upon a Team on that ward. Nothing too bad. And they're now going to their supposed positions, backing, and yeah, looks like we'll have Neko starting on the top side. And the same. No, okay, Humulu is going to start at the Raptors, I believe. Did ping it. We've seen it quite a few times. Poppy as well, a champion that does have DOE damage at the start with the Q, can easily get Raptors done quick. And this allows them to work towards the bot lane for an early gank, as we've seen in the last 3 games. Now, Neko might also do something like that, but I believe starting top side will be followed by a clear on that side that is a bit more substantial. Yeah. Now, minions have arrived in lanes, and we're off for this third game of tonight. No, Neko is going for the aggressive. Oh, here we have a hook landing onto Crablord, but DYNASTY takes the opportunity to just go in onto Smoothie, get some damage on the enemy AD carry out, and it does pan out really well, but might have sat there for a bit too long, getting some damage in. Octomalus now dropping the Ghost onto Hazaki, going in for the engage. Flash is still up. The snip, first blood goes to Octomalus.
Yeah, and there's the, I think when, with the Renekton killer, I think that was the plan behind it.
Use those big scissors to maybe make a luxury bag out of crocodile skin. Might be something like that. Not that I would approve of that, of course. Which is a bit bad taste joke here. Sun landing on the mid lane.
Gwen wanted to mix some shoes.
Yeah. Get the boots in. Now, Neko on the bot side after double buffs, but Humulu is just around the corner as well, and we have the engine stun against the wall. Humulu does a shit ton of damage to Yufia, who flies off another world. Oh, but heaven.
Yeah, and
yeah, that was it. Both junglers, I mean, you can see the early bot lane aggression always there currently. And they go for the tower dive, even flash from Susie is as DYNASTY is going to do damage and pick up that kill. And not even someone dies on the sides of DYNASTY, albeit it was very close. Now with Yufa coming in with Neko, they need to be a bit careful. Because Humulu, notably, is really, really low. It's going to take safe route as well. And diffuse the situation, yeah.
yeah, and Neko is still bot side, and UFO is putting up the pressure here. Oh,
stun on mid lane. Yeah, you can see that all that poke from Frankie is starting to leave a mark in Master's health bar. But both are backing at the same time here. Bring it to a neutral lane and TPing back in. That's kind of funny.
yeah, so they both have the same. Are they the same players on the same? Oh, gank.
Yeah, gang on the top lane from Humulu, and they have the stun on Octomalus is getting really low, but on the turret should be safe.
Yeah, no summer's blown. But Neko and Humulu are meeting in the jungle. Neko is healthier, so Humulu has to leave the crab. Goes to his blue. There's a hook.
Hook landing on the bot lane on Crablord. Damage is falling out, but now the situation turns out really quick as DYNASTY puts out a load of damage. And look at that. The perma shield and heal from Crablord doesn't allow them to do anything.
What?
And the kill goes to DYNASTY.
What was that? It was the extra range and then movement speed with the heal and also the passive from Lucian with the damage. The lane is so strong. You just don't believe it, but this is stronger than Lucian Nami. We just have the Lucio is just too strong.
Lucio just too strong. And look at that. He's already got 9 CS on top of the 2 kills. And Spoozy is losing the rest of the wave here at the turret. Oof, that's a rough start for Once Upon a Team's bot lane. And if we can note something from the previous games is that well, both junglers are not gonna let their bot lanes fall. They're just gonna keep on putting the pressure on there.
Yeah, never leave bot lane is the plan of the meta.
Hazagi came down to the mid lane, but seems like he's been sussed out before he could do anything.
Yeah, but now DYNASTY know that Neko is bot side because top side is already cleared.
True.
And that means that they have vision and now they know that there will be probably wanting to go for a counter gank.
Yeah, as Humulu is diligently waiting in the bush. This is a similar situation as we've had before. UFO is getting a bit too close now. Humulu taking the opportunity to decide to engage. They have split what's bot lane, and Smoothie has to be very careful. He does not have flash, and he gets stunned against the wall, barely, but that's a third kill going to Dark Unique, as Dynasty decide to immediately take that situation and start off with the first Drake.
Yeah, and he was on the edge of the wall and got knocked into it. Kind of Rito code. Kind of unfortunate if he would go a bit behind the wall. So, just for a side note, never go near a wall if there's a poppy. You're probably going to die there. And Humulu just did the champ tech. Camp tech Drake. Yes.
And that's looking really good already for Dynasty. Their 1k gold health, that lead should be almost entirely on the 80 carry. Plus they have one Drake, which also can be accounted for.
They are ahead again. Like the bot lane is ahead again. But let's see how it turns out. What's going on? The 80 carries again on trio. Can they play out this bot lane advantage into the mid game?
We keep having very similar situations, huh?
Yeah, bot lane's getting camped.
Yeah, bot lane's getting camped. Actually, yeah, we shouldn't be surprised about that. But is Dynasty gonna fall in the same pitfall as all of their predecessors for tonight and lose at some point around Drake and give the enemy jungler a triple kill? Or are they gonna be able to carry out a fully clean game? That's the big question now.
Yeah, the question is how you get back as once upon a team here. There's maybe a mid gank. Flash, nice flash.
Flash out. Flash with flash. Season assist was up, but we might want to keep it for a more juicy target. As Neko is now taking his mid laner with him towards the bot side. No, okay. Dynasty is falling back, so they don't decide to engage upon that anymore.
Yeah, and the Sinra with the stacks here. And this looks good. The preparation for the dragon in a few minutes.
3 minutes for dragon. We did pick up the Herald on sides of Once Upon a Team. Might want to look for the opportunities to set it down. And yeah, what would be a good place to put it down? I mean, need to work. Platings are still up, so that's always some good money to go into one's pocket. God damn it.
Yeah, the money into the money.
Yep, the money into the money into the money. Makes sense,
yeah, and
right?
Then you have some money, and you can buy some more money.
Well, here we have the season. This is on the mid lane, and I don't think that Frank is going to be able to get away from that, especially without a flash. But still, does get Once Upon a Team's members a bit further away. Nice wave, and yeah, we have the Herald being set down on mid lane. Nice ultimate from the Poppy here to get him back away. Finds the stun on Mastu. Herald is back, however, now on the bot lane. Meanwhile, we have a tower dive on Smoothie with TP coming in from Octomalus, and Ufio is there. Is the hook gonna land? Is it gonna hook? No, they use the blast, couldn't get away. Octomalus is gonna just go over the wall, get some nice damage to Dark Unique from the other side. There's Neko waiting on him. Shutdown goes to who? The jungler of the red team. Oh no! What do we have here?
that was a hello, it's me. Did you miss me? Neko play. Just waiting over the wall and then yeah. But it was also good to not queue over the wall as Vi, to just wait until the dash.
Yeah, make sure to catch him. Because if you're the other side and then Dark Unique had flashed over, well, they wouldn't be able to catch him. Have fled, so yeah.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game. Wait until the enemy does a mistake and yeah, kill him. It's that easy.
Yeah.
But now the static shiv is there for the Kai'Sa. The wave clear is going to start.
Yeah, and with that, Kai'Sa is going to be able to move around the map. On the top lane, we have a bit of a situation here. But yeah, that's the whole snip. Look at the damage it put on Hazaki still. Oof.
Yeah, and Octamalus has the steel plates, steel caps.
Yeah.
And that means the W of Hazaki deals no damage. Even with the serrated dirk, the pickaxe, and the cold feet hammer. And the attack speed. Is he going for the attack speed boost? Oh, there's
another season desist on the mid lane onto Frankie. Very nice E once again. Might be able to flee. Yeah, is able to flee with that. But meanwhile, what's going on the bot lane? Dark Uniq and Crablot are just finishing off that turret. Are they going to be able to really finish it off though? With the increased resistance on the last bit of health? No. Humulu decided to start Drake, which just spawned. Afraid of Frankie pushing that mid lane. Once upon a team is forced to rotate over. And with the bot lane not quite ready to jump in, they'll have to leave it to Dynasty. Second Drake going to the blue side team.
Yeah, and Dynasty are getting back into it. This looks good, and Humulu is on bot side. Maybe they think it's to safe push this out. There's no Rift Herald. Thomas is just poking in there. Oh, I thought that would hit. It looked like. But damn, that was close. Poor minion.
Ratings are gonna fall very soon. Both teams have been able to harvest quite a few, however. And, well, especially Dynasty, since they got first turret here on the bot lane. Quite a lot of money for them. Still 2k ahead, meaning that the shutdown on Dark Uniq didn't set them too far back. And they're still able to kind of lead notably in terms of gold.
Yeah, and you also see the vision control of Once Upon a Team on the bot side. And now they're grouping to maybe pick someone with Kai'Sa and Vi. And see Master who can just come in if anybody hit it.
Yeah, they have the Vi ultimate up. Azaki tried to take it. Ooh, gets hooked by Yuffie. Beautiful hook, and now Neko joining in with Octamas. The rest of the team, they pick up the kill on the top lane of Dynasty. And with that, they decide to rotate towards the mid lane that's being pushed by Dynasty. That's a good angle for them. They have to be careful of the hammer. Dodged by Neko, and Neko is ready to seize, and this is upon Humulu, putting some damage on the enemy jungler. Gets hooked in the back line of Once Upon a Team. In the meantime, Crablot very low, has to flash away. Octamalus picks up that kill, but has to take a step back because of the culling damage. The situation is kind of diffused. Humulu turns around upon Master 2, stuns him against the wall. Dark Uniq flashes in to pick up the kill on the enemy mid laner. I don't think you should stay there, Neko. This is a bit of a dangerous situation. Yeah. Decides to not go in. And Dynasty turns out the situation around rather nicely as well.
Yeah, but Smoothie was far away from that fight. It was pretty deep to go after the flash, and it didn't work out for Dynasty in the end. But yeah, it worked out for Dynasty and not for Once Upon a Team, because they got a bit more. Delusion is even more ahead than he was before, so this is hard.
Yeah, and they're able to even keep that momentum going, pick up the second herald of the game, first one having gone to Once Upon a Team. With that, they should be able to nicely open up the map. Bot lane turret is already down, so that's not even a worry, and they do have their bot lane on the mid lane to keep the push going on here, and opening that mid lane would open the map so much around that bot side. And that's really good, because next objective is Soul Point for Dynasty.
Yeah, it's Soul Point on a Mountain Dragon with the... It's good on Poppy, and Renekton can eat up more damage with the resistance they get. Poppy with the Iceborne Gauntlet ready. The Eclipse for Hasagi here too, for a little bit of trade.
Yeah, things are looking really good. Each member of Dynasty with their mythic item done. Dark Unique even 2 whole items already. Meanwhile, his counterpart finishes the Kraken Slayer right now as I'm talking.
Yeah. So you know how far he is. It's 3k at least.
Drake is gonna spawn soon. 45 seconds left. They keep the push going on the mid lane every time. Now building up some vision. Octomalus is gonna try and go for Hazaki, whom he catches in there. Is forced to use the Fury of the Sands. Flashes over the wall, dodges with that the needlework. And should be able to flee. Oh, maybe not. Crablord is joining the top laner along with the support. And now another kill on the mid lane on Neko. Now Hazaki is able to flee in the end. But yeah, here we have the Herald being put down on the mid lane. They take tier 1 on the mid lane. Might get a second dash even. Oh no, in the end, Octomalus picks up the kill on Hazaki. But they might get the second dash here. Maybe even tier 2 in the mid lane. That opens up the map really nicely for them. And that's just in time they can now easily rotate towards that Drake.
Yeah, and it was Hasagi did a really well job to hit that bait on the top side, so they can look for a pig in mid.
Yeah, and Once Upon a Team reacts to this really nicely as well, in my opinion. They decide to go push mid lane as much as they can instead of trying to do something. Top lane as well, having Octomalus push, trying to look for other potential objectives to take. I think that top lane turret should be falling to the hands of the snippety girl. And yeah, answering with cross-map plays really well.
Yeah, and this looks not good. The game is kinda even, 2k ahead. Lucian is pretty strong.
Lucian is pretty strong, and we do have 3 Cloud... 3 Cloud, what the hell am I talking about? 3 Drakes on the sides of Dynasty, yeah. Soul Point as well, which is a really good pressure point. And while the Lucian will probably start falling off slowly, if they grab the Soul, they're able to leverage his lead even further. And, I mean, they're doing a really good job right now, because mid lane is already pretty far open. The only really contest they have is on the top lane. That's the only choke point they kind of have right now in this game. And if they group together, they should be even able to contest that.
Yeah, but at this point, I think Dynasty is stronger. The Lucian has way more DPS than the Varus have. Kai'Sa doesn't have that much poke. She still didn't hit the threshold for the poking build. Poking wave cube build actually. With the W evolved and hitting it. And there you can see it's at least 2k for the Lucian.
Yeah.
The rest kind of looks even. Gwen is ahead for 1.5k here.
Gwen is having a really good game, and Neko as well is not too bad off in this game. But we find here pitches on Octomalus, but we have Neko just around the corner to help out. 3 versus 4, but damage on Octomalus is insane. Shutdown goes to Dark Unique. That's perfect for Dynasty. They do get the hook on Crablord, however, and that's 1 kill going to Once Upon a Team. But the shutdown of Octomalus on Dark Unique is really good for Dynasty, and the chase keeps on going. Yeah, no, let's not go 1v2 here.
And well, Nico is pretty low. It looks like an stealable dragon, but they know now Nico is behind and they're just gonna leave. They still haven't checked that blinking bush.
Yeah, control what there is really being worth for Once Upon a Team. But yeah, I believe
and
no, you say yours.
Okay. You saw the control wall blinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means that the ward is out for more than 3 minutes, and that's actually worth the gold.
Right, so it's literally worth its money.
Yeah, of course. it stays for longer, it still is good. So what did you want to say?
I want to say that
had
they were baiting out Once Upon a Team, but Once Upon a Team had the good reflex of not humoring them and engaging in their. Yeah, that was it. That's all I was gonna say. Talking about the Baron situation, of course. Now,
Yeah, and there's again a bruiser going for these bursty 1v1 builds. So she saw before. Now we on the Renekton with the Blade of the Rune King.
yeah, with that
And
Eclipse, did take the tier 1 on the top lane, so that finally opens up this part of the map for Dynasty. Drake is gonna spawn in less than a minute. Hazaki has TP up, is on the other side of the map, but with TP that's no problem. What's on the team? Ooh, look at the damage of Frankie. Perfect contender to stop Octomalu's free pushing.
yeah, I think Octamalus can do what he wants. I think he's way stronger than Hasagi. And also with the press the attack, but he's going for the burst, and Gwen can just probably out lifesteal that. With the Rift Herald and the passive.
Definitely. Which is why
Also the
Frankie is up
W with the
against her. Because there Gwen has a rough time to go in. Ooh, Once Upon a Team look for the engage here. Sees emphasis on Dark Unique, but once again, Once Upon a Team is spread out, and the rest of Dynasty just goes in the middle of it to kind of hold them back. Hazaki is the first to fall, but yeah, and now Dynasty has Twitch Generant. Very nice damage here from last two. Is able to pick up Humulu. 2-2 here.
Yeah, and I don't think that you saw the little funny interaction of two knockbacks and a pull. Neko interrupted the Blitzcrank hook of Craplord.
Oh.
And therefore Craplord is alive.
I didn't indeed see that. Ooh, that's too bad for Once Upon a Team. So yeah, with 3 people, Dark Unique and Craplord go for that Drake. Ooh, we have missile hitting.
Nice reaction.
Smoothie is really low, but now Once Upon a Team is pressing the attack. Octomalus going in on to Frankie, and Dark Unique in the middle of it. Does get the kill on the enemy. No, not even. That's a shutdown going to Octomalus. This Once Upon a Team is pushing back against Dynasty here. The rest of their members having now respawned. They're able to do the Drake. Should be able to.
Oh, they want to do Barons instead of Deny the Soul. Or they think they are too low to... Yeah, they don't have DPS. The Varus who can easily burst and out DPS everybody for the dragon is probably going to die here. No, he's not. There's no flash on Asagi.
Yeah, Drake still up, and now Dynasty gets the bit of breathing room they need to once again properly set it up. But we saw that if Once Upon a Team takes initiative, start doing stuff, they can kind of set the pace of the fight.
Yeah, and there's... Is Once Upon a Team just giving them the soul? For free?
Soul goes to Dynasty. Once Upon a Team moving towards the Baron, but I don't feel like they're dead set on taking it. They just hover around it and evoke what he did. Maybe waiting for a trap. Yeah, here we have the hook. But Frankie is going to use the Zonias and get away with it alive. And now it's Dynasty regrouped who can push back against Once Upon a Team, especially with that Mountain Soul now.
Yeah, this is not a good decision of Once Upon a Team because they have to give up the Baron too. Their poke is reduced with the shields. That's not good. Not so. Master is getting caught here.
Yeah, Master is dying here. 2 ultimates for the main damage dealer next to Octomalus of Once Upon a Team. And ooh, very nice ultimate from Humulu, securing the Drake. Like, no contest here because of that.
Yeah, and the Baron secured, the Soul secured. It's just for free, and that shouldn't happen. That was... Yeah, Dynasty played it perfectly. They
decided to go for
made
the
some
Drake when they
people
had
low.
a few seconds of breathing time. Took that Drake. Once Upon a Team couldn't answer. Dynasty immediately moving towards Baron, but not falling into a trap blindly. I mean, Frankie did get hooked, but Sonya's fast away, and the rest of the team, Dynasty, was just there right behind Frankie to avoid a problem for them. And yeah, now they're gonna go for the free push here on the bot lane. And with that, all the cards in their hand to finish off this game. 3k, no, 2k gold lead. The Soul plus Baron. Things are looking good for Dynasty here.
Yeah, and they are just pushing bot side. Everybody is top, so the first tower is going down easily. It's just that fast, and oh, this is hard. Yeah, and there's the aftermath of giving Soul and Baron. Almost hook hit it. At least Mastu and Smoothie have some
Yeah, some poke. But look at that, the siege is just too strong. Dynasty picks up inhib turret on the bot lane. Rotate towards the mid lane, which Frankie was slowly pushing. And now, Once Upon a Team has to defend two fronts. The inhibitor on one side without a turret. And the turret on the mid lane, which is going down right now. So will the inhib very soon as well, surely.
yeah, they are taking that time, Dynasty. They don't need to rush anything. They have the Baron buff. They get a lot of gold out of it. We see a hook.
Ooh, the hook on Hazaki, but Stritch is going to turn around. He survives long enough for the rest of his team to join up. Neko is going to fall just as the top laner of Dynasty. They pick up the kill on Noctumanus. The biggest threat of Once Upon a Team is down, and now Dynasty can simply keep on pushing upon them. Humulu starts to get low. Does die at the hands of Smoothie, but now Dark Unique joins in with his damage. Uses the stopwatch, avoids dying at Mastu's hands here. They keep the push going.
Very nice stopwatch from Dark Unique to dodge the W from the Kai'Sa, and
however, now with Frankie's damage,
dead?
Master is really low, but Master gets simply back here. Ufu goes in for a static field, but getting really low from the damage is gonna die as well. And now Dark Unique still picks up the kill, but gets also shut down from Mastu. But yeah, Dynasty is gonna take the third game of tonight against Once Upon a Team.
Yeah, and this looked dominant from Dynasty, and also some mistakes from Once Upon a Team here. They almost gave some crucial objectives for free, and the aftermath of that is losing the game. Also, the early game was again a 3-0 bot lane, but they won for now, and the pick comp of Once Upon a Team didn't pan out, but I don't think it was because of the pick and ban. It was actually because of some small macro decisions and what they want to do. And oof. Yeah.
In the
This
end,
looks good for Dynasty.
definitely Dynasty picking up the win today. And of course, once again, we have an interview up ahead, this time around with a player of Dynasty, and I believe on the list is none other than Crablord. Yes, he is right here, so let's get started with the interview. Welcome, Crablord.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, pretty fine that we won this game.
It's a very nice game. I'm starting to ask myself. Dynasty had a bit of a rough start in the split. I think we can all agree on that. But you're starting to pick it back up. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, our start was a bit not the best, but we are training a lot, we are screaming a lot, and fixing our mistakes.
Starting to get in the groove of it, it seems, right?
Yeah.
How is it? How do you think is it looking for the second half of the split? Because we are hitting that mark. Do you think you're able to shoot for the top 4 in this summer split?
Yeah, I think that we can to get to playoffs. If we play like today and and on the last week, because our game versus Rift was pretty fine, it was close, and I think we can try to beat them, and they will get first lose.
Oh, so we should be looking.
I hope so.
You should be looking ahead for your next matchup against the Rift's Loves, right?
Yeah, it will be after 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks. I don't know exactly which week it is, but I mean it's sure to come at some point, right? That much is sure. But yeah, GG. Do you have any question for Crablord?
Yeah, Crablord, how is it playing with Dark UniQ? I really like his AD carries. Since last split, he is kind of the top. I think he's one of the best in the league. His Lucian is formidable. What can you tell me about him?
Yeah, Luke is really nice mechanically ADC. Also, we have good synergy with him. I think botlane is the strongest in our team right now. And I just think he's the best. I know.
Yeah, and he also takes out some bans. You have to really take care, and you have like a strong bot lane like the Lucian and Melio. You have to really take care of you guys because it's kind of strong.
Yeah. Also, we were surprised that we got Lucian Melio in this game.
Yeah, it was also a bit. I was a bit surprised. The Melio stayed open for really long. There were a few opportunities to eventually steal it away, right? What was in your mind, or rather, what were you thinking to maybe pick if they had stolen the Melio away?
I mean, if they banned, they banned all our first picks that we were thinking in this game. So I think if LeBlanc was open, we could pick LeBlanc. If Zarya, then Zarya. Also, we were thinking about Yumi.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, it was also open. I mean, yeah. Lots of supports open in general, yeah.
I haven't seen a Yumi in weeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true as well. Oh.
Yeah, but I think I need a sign. Ban Yumi.
You also, just to mention it, Dynasty rated us with their stream. So no pressure, Crablord. Everybody of the Dynasty fandom is watching you right now. And they're in chat. Notably, Dark Unique saying that 80 carry is easy if you have a good support, right? So congrats to you on being a good support. Really well played, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, I would say keep that then going. Keep the pace going. Hyped to see your next few matches over the second half of the split. Can't wait to see your matchup against Rift's Loves.
Crushed them.
Yeah.
We will crush them.
I will take you by the word.
We'll believe in you then. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, it was nice having you over. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for inviting.
Yeah, I'd say have a nice evening. And I think we will be heading into a short break then in preparation for Game 4, last game of tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you very soon.